What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ectoplasm Show. My name is Josh Hurd, and joining me is my good pal, partner in crime, Mr. Jason Kupsik. What's up, my friend?
That was just a bunch of gibberish bullshit.
It was just a bunch of gibberish
What the
bullshit.
hell was it?
That's a subliminal message.
For? Like, what's this
I don't know,
supposed
but
to make me do?
I just really want a Coke right now. I don't know why, but I really want a Coke. You don't want a Coke?
No.
What do you want? Do you want anything specific?
No.
Nothing?
No, nothing I can think of.
Nothing. Fine.
A new bag.
Oh, that's funny. That's what the subliminal message was for. Yeah, it was for backs. New backsides.
I was sitting in a really old gymnasium bleachers for like an hour and a half tonight, and it's not good.
Did you happen to pop any pain meds before the show, though?
No, because no, I didn't. I'll wait till later. Till I'm done. So
you should have just done it.
No,
it'll be like drunk, right?
Maybe I'll just fall asleep.
We lost Jason. Oh my goodness. Fun stuff, buddy. So what's new?
A buddy of mine's looking for somebody in the St. Louis area to be his case manager, or to be a case manager for their group.
That's very cool.
So it's Moonlight Paranormal, and that's light as an L-I-T-E. So moonlightparanormal.com out of St. Louis. His name is Mark, and he posted this morning he was looking for a case manager for the St. Louis area, so I told him I would mention it. So if you are in the St. Louis area and want to join a group, check them out. moonlightparanormal.com.
Very good stuff.
So really, what was that supposed to make me want to do?
Nothing. It was absolute gibberish. It was absolutely nothing. However, I found it interesting. And yeah, that was it. I found it interesting, and so I wanted to put it on there because everything else pertaining to tonight's subject was more or less like, oh, did you hear the dick comment in like this Disney movie or some shit like that? You know what I mean? And I'm like, God, I don't.
I pulled some of that
because there's
stuff,
a lot.
But
there's a lot of that. There's lot of Disney and dicks and stuff like that.
So first, before we get into it, I want to mention too that we are now in the Pod Bros podcast network. Go check them out.
Hell yes.
And we were going to do the Purple Revolution tonight because this is our conspiracy episode. And I was laying in bed looking through the Purple Revolution stuff, and though I believe that it's damn near possible, this is supposed to be a Soros-backed thing where in other countries he has backed rioters and other stuff to go in and start a civil war or revolution in the country.
And like the white revolution, the orange revolution.
Yeah, stuff like that. But it's most
color.
Yeah, but I couldn't find any instances where they pointed to exact stuff that had happened. All I found was the same thing on 20 different websites, and they were all like I'm a conservative person, but this was all like the Bible code shit, and everybody finding every little thing into the Purple Revolution, like turning it into religious stuff and all this other stuff and whatever. I couldn't keep reading it, so I couldn't find anything other than the same 3 lines about it. So
it's interesting though that's all you could find.
I mean, that does say that is a possible reason. There could be a reason why we don't find it. One, it's not real, or 2, they're hiding it.
Sure.
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, I was talking to you about what we should do, and I was talking to a friend of mine named Chelsea, and she suggested subliminal messaging or messages or advertisements or any of that kind of stuff. So decided to do that.
Hell yes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So, diving right into this shit, what is something that could usher in people into this idea? The idea that you could be programmed, so to speak, while you're enjoying your favorite movie, or you're out at the movie theater, or you're listening to the radio, or watching a Disney flick, or whatever. What ushers in people into this crazy fucking world? Because a lot of people think, this is complete bullshit. But I mean, it's proven. Like back in the 50s, this guy did an experiment.
Well, yeah, it's something that's not
like drink
allowed.
Coke in the movie theater.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't know. From what I was reading, the only place where it's actually illegal is in the United Kingdom that I was able to find. But it's pretty much frowned upon by most places, including the FCC in the United States. So if somebody's caught doing it, I don't know what the penalties are, but
I don't know either.
Yeah, I couldn't find that. I think it's basically just looked on as a bad policy, but I don't think that it's stopped. I mean, I figured we'd start with like what the definitions is and stuff like that. So,
sure.
Excuse me. I pulled from Wiki some stuff real quick for subliminal stimuli. It stands for below threshold. So, contrary to supraliminal stimuli, which is above threshold, are any sensory stimuli below an individual's threshold for conscious perception. A recent review of functional magnetic resonance imaging, that's the fMRI, studies show that subliminal stimuli activate specific regions of the brain despite participants being unaware. Visual stimuli may be quickly flashed before an individual can process them, or flashed and then masked, thereby interrupting the processing. Audio stimuli may be played below audible volumes or masked by other stimuli.
Okay.
So that's basically what it is. So here's what they say about its effectiveness. Applications of subliminal stimuli often base themselves on the persuasiveness of the message. Importantly, research on action. What are you hearing?
I don't know yet. And we're back.
Magic of
super
radio.
Quick for the people listening.
Magic of podcasting.
That's right. Boom, boom. Just
there were some subliminal messages in there. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. It makes me wonder because it's weird because we always have that underlying music playing underneath the vocal track of the podcast. We should slip some shit all up in there.
We totally could. I mean,
we easily could. Oh my God. Like it would be seamless. We could easily do this.
Be my friend.
Be my buddy.
I don't want to listen to him if you're going to be putting shit in there to make me fall in love with you.
Be my friend.
All right, so here's a couple different types of them. They have the objective threshold, which is the objective threshold is found using a forced choice procedure in which participants must choose which stimulus they saw from options given to them. So they have stuff put in front of them, and then they watch something, and then they're supposed to pick something from it.
Okay.
The subjective threshold is determined by when the participant reports that his or her performance on a forced choice procedure approximates chance. So that's where they can write down what they think they saw to see if they got it right or not. There's a few other ones that are kind of detailed. Direct and indirect measures. These are how to test for them, is what these are. Perception without awareness can be demonstrated through the comparison of direct and indirect measures of perception. Direct measures use responses to tasks, definitions as per the explicit instructions given to the subjects.
Wow.
Indirect measures are responses that are not a part of the task defined given to the subjects.
Huh.
For example, in a typical Stroop task, I'm not sure what the hell that is, subjects are given the task of naming the color of a patch of ink. A direct measure is accuracy, true to the instructions given to the participants. The popular indirect measure used in the same task is response time. Subjects are told or not told that they are being measured for response time. So
Gotcha.
it's knowing that you're being tested for something compared to not knowing you're being tested for something.
Which I know that would like play a huge part with me. I would freak out. Like when I'm being like tested in any way, shape, or form, I would absolutely freak out.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
So I got a few different examples of explanations on different kinds. So this is the auditory stimuli, the auditory subliminal messaging. One
Got
method for creating subliminal auditory stimuli is called masking. This method involves hiding the target auditory stimulus in some way. Auditory subliminal stimuli are shown to have some effect on the participant, but not a large one. For example, one study used other speech-like sounds to cover up the target words. The study found evidence of priming in the absence of awareness of the stimuli, but the effects of these subliminal stimuli were only seen in one of the outcome measures of priming, while the effects of conscious stimuli were seen in multiple outcome measures. So this has a lot of like jargon and shit in it, but
Absolutely, yeah.
Basically what they're saying is visual stimuli is a lot more useful than auditory because...
Which is exactly what we were suggesting doing, like hiding and saying shit in the undertone that we have going right now.
It says here, in an experimental study on the influence of subliminal target words embedded into a music track on choice behavior for a drink, authors found no evidence for manipulative effect.
Interesting.
Self-help audio recordings, they say, are different because you're going into it with the intent of being made better.
So, and that was my next question to you. So, how does any of this differ then from hypnosis?
Well, the visual stuff's a little bit different because it's affecting a different part of your brain.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But I mean, you could still put some shit in there if you were like a hypnotist, correct?
Sure. I mean, and everybody's different. Just because this one study found that the people weren't affected doesn't mean that other people aren't affected, because I believe, and I know it's true for something we're going to talk about near the end of this episode, that even certain sounds can affect someone without them even knowing they're there.
Sure.
We're going to be talking later about a certain patent for mind control later that's going to come through your TV, and probably is coming through your TV in our computer monitors we're looking at right now. But we'll get into that later.
Sons of bitches.
It's just a vibration that your computer's putting off. Anyways. What?
Sorry.
Does that make you happy?
The Beach Boys song came in my head. I'm picking up good vibrations.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
I thought your mind was dirtier than that, Josh.
I just started giggling. Oh, my mind's fucking terrible. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I was just thinking of that.
All right. So the visual stimuli. In order to study the effects of subliminal stimuli, researchers will often prime the participants with specific visual stimuli, often images, and determine if those stimuli elicit different responses. Subliminal... What?
Oven, buddy. You got to preheat the oven.
Yeah.
Prime it.
Subliminal stimuli has mostly been studied in the context of emotion. In particular, researchers have focused a lot of attention on perception of faces and how subliminal presentation to different facial expressions affect emotion. Subliminal stimuli has also been used to study emotion eliciting stimuli and simple geometric stimuli.
Okay. And I understand that. I get that. Like why they would do that. Did you cut out again?
No, I was looking ahead because I have a bunch of stuff that's like this, and it's kind of boring. I know it's just hard to make it's hard to make sense of when somebody's reading it to you. You know, I don't want to bore our listeners.
I don't think they could ever be bored with the ectoplasm. I'm so
simple geometric stimuli. Here's something. Laboratory research on unconscious perception often employs simple stimuli, geometric shapes or colors in which visibility is controlled by visual masking. Masked stimuli are then used to prime the processing of subsequent presented target stimuli. For instance, in the response priming paradigm, I have no idea what the hell they participants have to respond to a target stimulus, identifying whether it's a diamond or a square. So these are things where they're flashing things in front of people really fastly, and they're trying to figure out if they can see that without actually seeing it.
Yeah, and I've seen
which would go to
like
the stuff later, where it's actual stuff instead of just shapes.
Fuck me running, man. What's up with my throat? Anyway. Like I've seen other studies like that it's very fast flashes. There's like 7 flashes within 1 second. And I mean it's like really freaking fast. But then you're supposed to say what you saw or what you read or what have you. You know, it's interesting.
So Wiki also had a few examples of different things in the past. I cut some of them because some of them were within a TV show. They were using it against a bad guy or something like that. I cut that shit out because it wasn't actually being used against the public. I was like, way to go, Wiki.
I cut that shit.
Anyways, so in 1978 in Wichita, Kansas, television KAKE-TV received special permission from the police to place a subliminal message in a report on the BTK killer. That's the bind, torture, killer that was just caught in like 2002 or something like that. I remember that happening. You remember that? It's not that far away for you even. So
right. So what? Why?
So in an effort to get him to turn himself in, the subliminal message, including the text, call the chief, as well as a pair of glasses. The glasses were included because the BTK murdered Nancy Fox. There was a pair of glasses lying upside down on the dresser. Police felt that seeing the glasses might stir up remorse in the killer. The attempt was unsuccessful, and police reported no increased volumes of calls afterwards.
I mean, that's assuming, number one, that the killer would be watching your program.
Yeah.
Which, go ahead and stroke your ego a little more, because most likely, no. Pretty fucked. That's cool, though, that they tried it. Good try.
So this one I remember. During the 2000 U.S. presidential campaign, a television ad advertising for Republican candidate George W. Bush showed words and parts thereof scaling from the background or the foreground to the background on a television screen. When the word bureaucrats flashed on the screen, One frame showed only the last part, rats. The FCC looked into the matter, but no penalties were assessed on the case because at the same time it said rats, it had something about the Democratic candidate on there. So they were trying to put that into your thought into your head.
Right.
I remember reading about this and seeing that commercial.
Interesting.
Made me hate them. Maybe that's why I don't like them today.
Dirty sons of bitches. They took our job.
All right. So in the British alternative comedy show, The Young Ones, a number of subliminal images were present in the original and most repeated broadcasts of the second series. Images included a gull coming into land, a tree frog jumping through the air, a man gurning. Do you know what gurning is? What's gurning?
I don't know.
Gurning.
Yeah, I figured it's how it's spelled, but yeah, I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I'm gonna Siri this shit. Let me see. Siri, what is the definition of gurning? You dumb shit, Siri.
Siri didn't know? Let's see if Google knows.
No, it's because she thought I said turning, like with a D. Yeah, I'm sure Google would have
Okay,
it.
Google. What is the definition? Oh, hold on. I didn't get it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, Google. Why?
Just to make a grotesque face is all it is.
What is the definition of gurning?
It looks like this.
Oh, I had never set it up. It was telling me to say it 3 times.
Yeah, it's just the definition is to make a grotesque face.
Okay.
That's all.
And the end credits of the film Carry On Cowboy. These were included to mock the then occurring matter of subliminal message until. Okay, so they put those things in there to make fun of subliminal messages.
This is some fucking shit. Ugh.
You having some problems?
Always.
Sean McAuliffe's Australian McAuliffe program shows contain strange subliminal messages that can be seen on the DVDs. As they are random, humorous statements, questions, etc., they are not regarded as advertising. Says the usual images are politicians. Okay, so here's one. Here's a good one. In Warner Brothers' 1943 animated film Wise Quacking Duck, Daffy Duck spins a statue on which Daffy Duck is... Sorry, I've lost my place. Daffy Duck spins a statue which is holding a shield. For one frame, the word buy bonds is visible on the shield.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I saw a picture of this too. It's actually there. So he's spinning the statue, and one time when it comes around, it says buy bonds.
Nice.
I did not know this, that there's actual subliminal stuff in the original Exorcist. Did you know that?
Yeah. And the first time I ever watched The Exorcist, the flashes of the face, of the demonic face.
Yeah, Captain Howdy.
Is flashing. And I forget how many times it happens or whatever, but I do remember the first time I watched it, I go, what the fuck was that? Nobody else saw what I saw.
I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah. It's in there because I have a copy of it, you know. But I remember watching it with my buddies and being like, what the fuck was that? And like freaking out. And everybody's like, what? Didn't see nothing, man. What the fuck you talking about?
Says they show it during the father's nightmare. Father Karras' nightmare.
Yeah. So like when he's running and he sees his mother and she's just standing there and he's like waving at her and stuff like that. It's like boom, like flashing.
Huh. I didn't know.
So quick. We're talking like a frame. So fast.
Huh.
But it's definitely a demon face.
Yeah, it says the white-faced demon named Captain Howdy.
And it happens a few times, at least 2 times during the movie.
It says throughout the film, but it just mentions the one time on here.
It's pretty fucked. Just going to throw it out there.
So I remember this one. A McDonald's logo appeared for one frame during the Food Network's Iron Chef America series.
Are you fucking serious?
On January 27, 2007, leading to claims that it was an instance of subliminal advertising. But the Food Network replies that it's just a glitch, but nobody really believes them.
How is that a glitch?
They said the commercial started and they stopped it really fast.
They would have to be damn good at their jobs.
Yeah.
All bullshit.
On November 7th, 2007, Network 10 Australia's broadcast of the ARIA, or the Aria Awards, was called out for using subliminal advertising in an expose by the Media Watch program on the ABC Australian Broadcasting Corporation. So it doesn't give examples of what they did, but I guess they were flashing companies' logos and stuff like that during the awards.
Wow.
Like maybe during transitions from one to the next or something.
Hey, man, you got to make a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
then this last one from Wiki, I did not know about either, and I've seen this movie even more than The Exorcist, and it's Cloverfield. Have you ever seen Cloverfield?
I love Cloverfield.
And there might be a reason why I missed this or why people have missed this, because the movie jumps around so much because it's found footage.
Sure.
You know, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, good.
But it says there are 3 subliminal pictures can be seen during various parts of the film. When the camera footage distorts, the photos are actually frames from classic monster films.
What?
The images are shown at one at a time. The first is from the movie Them. Appears when the group play the footage back. The second, the beast from 20 Fathoms Under the Sea, appears when they close the door on the parasites. And the third, King Kong, appears when the helicopter crashes.
Really?
It says a monstrous creature. This says a monstrous creature can also be seen at the top right corner with its mouth slightly open as one of the clouds over the Statue of Liberty on the cover of the film.
Oh, that's funny.
I've never noticed that either. I guess I've seen it. I've never really studied the front of the film.
I have not seen. I've obviously seen the movie. I just haven't seen those. I haven't, those haven't caught my eye. Fuck, that's cool though.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. Hey, you wanna have movie night?
Sure. When are you coming down? We could go watch the movie at Big Rip. They have the movie screen there.
We should do that.
We could invite our friends too.
We could invite all of our friends, watch Cloverfield, and just get faced. Yeah.
Well, if we get too drunk, we won't be able to point out the subliminal messages. It won't work on us.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that, don't we? It'll be fine. It should be fine.
Cloverfield Christmas?
Ooh. I like that.
But you're going to be in Florida.
I will be in Florida, yeah. Speaking of me being in Florida, dickweed, we gotta record some episodes to put up whilst I'm gone.
We'll figure that out, yeah.
Absence, yeah. We're gonna have to.
Well, because I want to do, we'll do another one of these next week because we're gonna get into some more stuff here in a minute. But there's another side of this I want to get into in another episode. So, you got anything there?
No, I have nothing. I've been stuck in department stores all night.
What were you doing? Christmas shopping?
Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
You were. I bet you were subjected to all kinds of stimuli.
I was actually, yes. Oh my God. It was terrible though, because I had it in my mind that we already had all of our Christmas shopping done.
Yeah?
And we did not have all of the Christmas shopping done.
I still have one thing to get, but other than that, I'm done.
Pain in the frickin'
Now are you done?
I've got like one more thing to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there looking at my watch the whole time like, hey, we gotta go. Like, get your asses out of the store. I'm like, I got a radio show to do.
Yeah, I was late too because I had my daughter's concert thing and didn't know how long it was. So I got some examples from different ads over the years here.
That's what I wanted to talk about, was like the advertisements.
I got a few of them here. So, and that's something that in the second half, when we do the next episode, we'll do more of these as well.
Yes.
But one is the KFC Dollar Snacker.
I remember the Snackers.
Well, they still have them.
Do they really?
I think they're called
KFC
Chicken Littles now.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I haven't been there in forever. God damn, that sounds good.
so this isn't. This was in 2008. So
Okay.
when the commercial's footage is slowed to a crawl, it's easy to spot a glaring addition to the otherwise conventional fried chicken sandwich. KFC grabbed some attention in 2008 for inserting a pretty clumsy-looking dollar bill in the lettuce for its KFC Snacker menu item. And
What?
yeah, it's a picture of the sandwich, and zoomed in, one of the pieces of lettuce is a dollar bill.
No way.
Yeah, it's there. It looks like crap. It looks like a cartoon dollar bill.
And this is KFC.
KFC Dollar Snacker dollar bill.
Subliminal message dollar bill. Bitches.
It says the company pulled a similar stunt in 2006 when they buried a code inside of a commercial for a Buffalo Snacker that could be redeemed for free food.
I see it.
The dollar bill there.
I do.
It's supposed to make you think that it's a small amount of money, I guess.
For a small ass sandwich.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'll just go to hell.
Does it make you want one of those now?
No, I just want KFC coleslaw, dude.
I just want the dollar bill.
I just want the coleslaw. Fuck the
My
dollar.
friend Mike is obsessed with their coleslaw too.
Oh,
It's not bad, but
it's so.
I guess when it comes to coleslaw, it's maybe the better coleslaw out there, but I don't sit there and crave it.
You're goddamn right it is. It's so good, dude.
Are you from the South, Josh?
No, I'm not. Not even a little bit.
Is
I mean,
coleslaw a Southern thing?
I don't know. It might be a Southern thing. Like, I grew up eating coleslaw and tater salad and things like that. You know what I mean?
All right, so the next one they title it the board game incident. So have you ever heard of a board game called Husker Du? Apparently
No.
it was from the 70s. I don't know what it is either, but television spots for the barely remembered memory board game Husker Du that aired in 1973 inserted a series of frames that read "Get It." The game's manufacturer, Premium Corp of America, admitted a staff member had placed the images. The FCC fielded the incident and subsequently condemned such tactics as being contrary to the public interest. See, that's why I'm saying it doesn't seem to be illegal. They just condemned it.
They're just like, shame on you.
It also
Husker
says,
Du.
yeah, it's believed to be the first example of subliminal advertising on television, but I don't know if that's true.
what year was that?
1973.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
what they're telling us, but this is like advertisement, but I'm sure the government's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so here's more about the Aria Awards. I knew I had more information on it.
To the It's
so,
in
yeah.
Australia, correct?
It's Australia's biggest achievements in the music industry.
Okay. Cool.
While viewers may have expected to see commercials during the broadcast in 2007, they might not have expected to be exposed to images below or near the threshold of human awareness. That's how the Australian Communications and Media Authority described their choice to flash 10 images of corporate sponsors like Toyota above or during the ceremony. The channel got scolding and had to promise never do it again. See, they just got yelled at.
Yeah, they're like, you better not.
I mean, honestly, I don't think that. Well, the government, of course, they could point their fingers at you for doing something that they do. They don't care.
Sure. Give no fuck.
So a classic one that is, I'm sure most people know about this one, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So when you look at a FedEx truck, in between the E and the X is the arrow.
Yes, there is.
That's supposed to be a signal to your mind telling you that they're fast.
Oh, okay.
But now, like, I see that everywhere. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the FedEx logo.
Yeah. Interesting, though.
You look confused.
No, I'm just thinking because there was another one that I was. It was similar to FedEx. It's Amazon.
Oh, with the smile.
But it's not just the smile.
And the arrow A to Z.
At A to Z, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I was trying to remember.
That was on this list, but I took it off because I thought that one was pretty obvious.
Well, let me tell you.
So, do you like Skittles?
I fucking love Skittles.
Does it make you think of sex when you eat the berry ones?
The berry ones are is that the purple bag?
Says, oh, this is an older bag. It's not the newer bag, but
hey, there's nothing wrong with the old bag.
At one point on the logo, if you look this up, if you look a berry explosion, Skittles bag,
but I'm gonna have to taste it.
They put a Skittle, a red Skittle, right in front of explosion, so it said Sexplosion.
No way. Explosion Skittles. This is
to make people subconsciously read it as sex.
Yes. Looky. This is outstanding. That is so hot.
I mean, you know that they noticed that. I mean,
well, yeah, come on. Looks like sex. Like, how do you explain that in the board meeting?
So,
we're here to pitch this new package idea that we got.
Look up. This is a perfume ad from the 80s. Hold on, let me find it.
Get some pheromones in there. Is it Sex Panther?
No, but I just found another one. Okay. So look up candies.com perfume ad.
Perfume ad. Ooh.
It's got a lady sitting on top of a computer monitor.
Got it.
The guy sitting there, and a rocket taking off on the computer monitor screen into her.
Do you know who that guy is?
Oh, who? That's what's his name?
That is
Ethan Hawke?
No.
That looks like Ethan Hawke.
No, it's a musician.
Oh, okay. What's his name?
That's Mark McGrath. The chick. Yeah, that's Mark McGrath. And Alyssa Milano, apparently. Doesn't really look like Alyssa Milano.
I don't have it as Alyssa Milano, but yeah, look where the rocket's pointing to.
Oh yeah, all up in there. How about that?
So yeah, it's
from the 80s, dick.
Is it from the 80s?
No,
it's from the 90s. Whatever, I don't know. I wasn't looking at it at the time. So another one, and I'm sure you've seen this one. This one is from the Dirty Ice Cube from the Coca-Cola ad.
What is
this guy actually got sued because of it. So just type in It's the infamous Coke ad from an Australian campaign featured a hidden illustration that went unnoticed for years. When Coke realized that one of the blocks of ice contained shape suggestive of fellatio, they sued the original artist. And in this ice cube, it looks like a woman with her mouth open. On the other side of the ice cube is a penis. So look up dirty ice cube Coke ad.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
So everybody out there,
God,
go out there and look that up.
It totally does.
And it makes you, it's supposed to make you think of sex. This is just a guy getting away with it.
That looks like a lady that's just about ready to flesh. Wow. That is ridiculous and hilarious.
So I got one more for people to look up, and then we got some more to talk about. So this next one, it's not so subliminal. It's a Burger King ad. Look up Burger King Super 7-incher ad. Everybody pause the show and go look up Burger King Super 7-incher ad.
I can see it already. It'll blow your mind away. Look at
it just tastes better, and the woman's like,
she is ready. Look at her. Oh my God, that's hilarious. The Super 7-incher. Now, hey. Because people have gotten creative with these and made their own.
Oh, yeah?
You could use your imagination.
Okay. So another one that you might not be aware of, I'm sure everybody knows this poster or cover, the poster for Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
She has the moth in front of her mouth.
Yes.
On that moth is a skull, right?
Yeah.
In that skull is made up of naked ladies. It's reminiscent of an old
How about?
But I did not know that what that skull was made up of is naked ladies.
Naked chicks. There they are. I mean, that's interesting.
And that's to suggest to the mind, your mind sees it even if you don't consciously see it, and makes you think of sex.
Can I ask, how do you see something like that? Something that's so small. Because all I really see is just the moth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
you see the skull. You see the skull. So your mind or your eye is drawn to the skull anyway. But just up until now, I guess, I didn't really notice the naked chicks. You know what I'm saying?
So the whole thought behind it is, and the way it's supposed to work, and I believe it works, as your brain takes the information in, your visual cortex takes it all in, whether you're noticing it mentally or not, and stores it, and even catalogs it and recognizes it.
Okay.
And that's why, hypnosis can be suggestive, of course, but under hypnosis, people will remember details that they don't remember at all from when they were awake viewing something.
But let me just go on record and say this. At the end of the day, the movie has Jodie Foster in it. And if I think of anything about Jodie Foster, it's like sex is the last thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's not her you're supposed to be sexualizing, it's the victims. That's supposed to be sexualizing. Not you, but that is supposed to be representative of the victims.
Puts the lotion on its...
Well, there's also, we talked about the foreign language syndrome or the foreign accent syndrome and the savant stuff or the math stuff where somebody gets hit in the head and all of a sudden they know all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is part of that, in that stuff is all stored in your head, and you don't know it's there, and something might knock you in the head, and it all comes out. Well, hopefully you get something other than the BK 7-incher deluxe or whatever it was. The Super 7-incher.
Super 7-incher, yeah.
But yeah, it's all supposed to stimulate your brain,
nice.
Whether you realize it or not.
Look at us go.
This is why the things in Disney stuff are supposed to be really bad, because even though they're really quick and people won't really notice them unless you slow them down, kids just soak it all up, and it could be in there somewhere subliminally implanted in your brain. Like the priest's election, the priest's erection in The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I never saw that.
You've never seen The Little Mermaid?
I've seen The Little Mermaid. Just never saw the priest sprouting wood.
I don't remember it either. It's Disney says it's their knee. It's his knee, but they took it out in the most recent release of it. They changed it.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they've changed. So it says, during the wedding scene in which the groom is MK'd ultra'd by the evil witch into marrying her, is how they put it. The priest is performing the wedding ceremony. He does appear to have an erection. At one point, it's flat, and the other point, when they go back to him, there's something poking out there.
That is hilarious.
It says Disney has redrawn the entire scene and taken it out. Little Mermaid also, the 1989 VHS cover.
Yeah.
The castle looked a lot like a bunch of dildos stacked up.
A whole bunch of guys.
Including the one in the middle looked exactly like a penis.
Okay.
And they changed all of that too. This one, people actually got fired over because they actually slipped it in and Disney didn't know. So in The Rescuers,
I like
in the 1977 version of Rescuers, when they're flying around on the back of the bird in the little tuna can.
Yeah.
When they're flying by one of the buildings, there's actually a naked lady in one of the building windows. And it's actually there. It's just a topless lady standing there. And they fired the guy because he snuck it. One of the animators snuck it in there.
Is it just like a silhouette?
No, it's not a cartoon. It's a picture of a naked lady standing there.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
Nobody Disney didn't notice. It took until people were actually able to slow it down on their computer to find it. There's people that do that now. They go frame by frame through these movies. Imagine how long that takes. That must not. I mean, I wish I had the time to do something like that.
No, I don't ever wish.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. I just wish I had that amount of time.
No. Keep yourself busy, people. Not that kind of busy. That's the wrong kind of busy.
Here's something else that's been changed that they say was nothing, but they've since changed it. So this comes from Aladdin. Yeah, so there's a scene in the 1992 children's classic in which Aladdin tries to woo Princess Jasmine on her balcony, only to be confronted by her tiger.
Yeah.
As the shot cuts away, we can still hear Aladdin stammering at the angry tiger in the background, including what sounds suspiciously like the line, "Good teenagers take your clothes off."
Yeah. So here's the deal, though. With that, I listened to that today.
They changed it.
Oh, did they?
They changed it to good. It says to down kitty, because the actual line was "Good kitty, take off and go."
Right.
But they changed it to down kitty for the DVD release of the film.
It's interesting though, because I was watching that clip, that scene or whatever, and yeah, you can hear something in there. However, it didn't sound like it to me. Huh. It didn't sound like "Good teenagers take off their clothes" or something like that. You know, I just.
They did say you had to turn it up to max volume to hear it.
Oh no, I was watching it on YouTube. They slowed it down. They did the whole fucking 9. You know what I mean? But yeah, interesting though. Good loady.
So there's the big one that everybody seems to know about, where in The Lion King, when Simba's playing with Timon and Pumbaa, and he slumps on the ground and dust comes off the ground.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So there's a scene where they're up on what looks like a cliff.
Okay.
And they're I don't know what they're doing. at the moment. They're singing and dancing, and then they kind of fall to the ground. And as Simba falls to the ground, dust or dirt flies up in the air off the edge of this cliff.
Okay.
And in that dust spells the word SEX. Now the animators claim that it's SFX for special effects, but it looks like an E to me.
That's hilarious.
And it's clear. You can read it without somebody drawing over it.
What's funny to me is the fact that they're not denying there's letters in there.
Yeah, there's definitely a hidden image there, hidden letters. They just stating that it's an F instead of an E, but it clearly looks like an E to me.
That's hilarious.
So,
I had never.
So there's plenty more of advertisements and Disney stuff that we could get into the second half, and plenty of other stuff too.
Yeah.
I just want to tease this. We'll talk about it more on the next episode. Have you ever heard of U.S. Patent 6506148?
I'm glad that you bring this up because, like, literally, dude, we could do an entire show on this shit.
Yeah, this isn't necessarily like subliminal advertising. This is electromagnetic fields coming from your monitors and TVs that actually affect your.
You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah. This was filed in 2001, and it's specifically for LCD TVs. About nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic field from monitors.
We're going to get into this shit.
And they go into all the exact science and studies of it, and it's an approved patent.
Oh, yeah.
That these people controlled people's nervous systems with a TV screen. Through just a DVD or something like that.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Because it's how the screen operates. They don't have to do anything special to it other than put certain frequencies through it.
It's fucking weird.
And they'll control your mind. So if you thought subliminal messaging was bad, you just wait because it's even worse than you thought, and they got other ways of controlling you.
Sons of bitches. They got us by the balls, buddy. They got us by the balls.
Oh, I know. I posted on Instagram just yesterday. Illuminati has taken over Burlington Coat Factory. Because I was at Burlington Coat Factory and they had a T-shirt hanging on the thing that had the Illuminati symbol on it.
That's funny.
And I was investigating, and I figured out that that's why they have such low prices.
It's got to be it.
Yeah.
Got to get to Burlington. Damn it. Oh, good stuff, man. 913-730-7255. Give us a call. Shoot us a text. What have you. ectoplasmshow@gmail.com. At Ectoplasm Show on Instagram and Twitter. The Ectoplasm Show on Facebook. ectoplasmshow.com. Check us out on YouTube.
Tell us about examples of subliminal messages that you know of so that we get added into the next show because other listeners might not know about it.
Exactly. Now, I think it's a great idea. Good sauce, my friend.
Rate and review us on iTunes and you might win something.
I did. I forgot that again. Rate and review us on iTunes.
You could win a camera.
You could win a camera. Rate and review us on iTunes. We'll give you free shit. We're buying the reviews now. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'll tell you what. You guys have an amazing weekend. And, yeah, we'll talk to you soon Tuesday morning with the news episode.
We will have Brent
from
Brent's hand from Hysteria 51 on
Absolutely.
our upcoming news episode.
F to the yeah. And actually, you can hear a little bit of Hysteria 51 coming up right now. And so we'll talk to you later. Peace out.